Yeah.
You know what you're looking for and what you ain't looking for.
Well, but I think you were hesitant with me because you were just like, "Are you sure that you're gay?"
Right, and so I had another thing because that's my thing. I'm like, "Are you gay? But are you gay?" And then my mama, I sent her a picture. Like, let me see a picture of the girl. So I sent my mama a picture. Like, girl, she is not gay.
That's what your mama said.
She said she wasting your goddamn time. I said, damn, you think? And she was like, listen, you gay. I'm like,
your mama the homie.
Why I gotta be gay?
Like, what that even mean?
You gay in your Timberland boots, you gay.
But I'm over here wearing stilettos.
She was like, but this child over here, you know, she got kids. She is not gay. She is not gay. I know gay. And I'm like, she's gay.
I can tell you right now.
It was hitting.
I'm telling you.
I can tell you.
That number one special was hitting.
I'm telling you. I've been around the block.
Hey, I got some experience now.
I'm an expert.
What's up, everybody? I'm Lek.
I'm Jeremy.
And this is another episode of Ode to Black Love podcast. Before we get into it, y'all already know, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media platforms. On Instagram at Ode to Black Love, on TikTok at Ode to Black Love, and then if you're on Facebook, Ode to Black Love Podcast, and then, of course, on YouTube, Ode to Black Love Podcast. Also, be sure to check out the website. Y'all know we got some merch. And by this time that this is airing, I'm sure we're going to have our new shirts up. So be sure to check out our new shirts and new merch. We'll have some sweatshirts and all of that. So, yeah, make sure you hop on there. Now that that's out the way, today is a very, very special day. This is the episode I've been wanting to do for a while. We literally have our first same-sex couple on, y'all. And like I said, this is something we've been wanting to do for a while. My best friend is in a same-sex relationship, and so we've been wanting to get her on, but she wasn't able to before she left. So now we have Taylor and Chelsea here to share their love story, and we so fucking excited. What's up?
What's up?
Hey.
How y'all doing today?
We are good.
Good, just maxing and relaxing, hanging out.
I know that's right. How's the wine? Be honest.
Yeah, trash.
Right, I'm like trying not to fall asleep at this point.
Yeah, the wine is communion wine.
Okay, all right. We're going to cut that out because it's actually good, but that's okay. It's my fault. I didn't even get their wine preference. I'm slacking, but let's go on and hop into it.
Let's get away from the criticism and get right into it. Yeah. So, who hollered at who? How'd y'all get together?
Yeah.
You want me to start?
I want you to
I
start.
want whoever gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
me.
Let's do it.
It's her.
It's me.
Yeah.
So, basically, I was minding my business.
Okay.
Just,
I feel like this is a lie coming. Okay.
I was just scrolling on Instagram, right? And then I checked my DMs.
Oh, babe, let's not. Okay, let's do it the way it is. So what happened was, it's this lesbian happy hour out of Dallas.
Okay.
And what happened was they said, if you're single, post a picture or send us a picture and we'll post it on our story.
Ooh.
And so I just posted a cute little picture of me last year. And you saw it from their story, and you got into my DMs, and she was like, hey, I just wanted to say, like, you have a beautiful smile. Have a good day.
Oh, mack her down. Chelsea, mack
like
her
that?
down.
You like
and
that?
I was like,
incredible.
And I was
Incredible.
like, thank you.
Incredible.
I was like, thank you, you too. And that I left it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But this is the thing, though. What I was just trying to do was just figure out what kind of toothpaste she used because she does really have really white teeth.
Chelsea.
You know,
That
really nice
bullshit.
teeth.
And so I was
Why
just
can't it be genuine?
Come on, she
why
wasn't
can't
worried
that be
about no
legit?
toothpaste.
Why can't that be legit?
Listen,
Why y'all
you
always
see a
think it's
cute
people's
girl.
intentions?
This ain't our story. Let's
Yeah,
let
all
them
right,
talk.
all right.
We can argue all day.
Okay, so
So she was wanting the toothpaste.
I was trying to figure out what toothpaste brand she used because I was getting ready to go through some dental work of my own.
Okay.
you didn't ask what toothpaste I
That's what I was
used.
thinking,
Okay.
and then Lesbian Happy Hour just blessed me, and I was like, damn, like I can ask Shorty what kind of toothpaste she used right now. Like,
okay.
but I wanted to do it in a smooth way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, Rico Suave
I know.
type
okay.
thing.
How you do it?
that's how I did it. And so I just did that. And then she didn't have much to say after that.
Yeah, so she fell straight for it.
No,
No.
well, no.
Oh,
I
she left her
said
hanging. She said
I
thank
said
you. She
you
just hit with
She
the
said
basics.
thank you, then she did.
I said like, thank you too,
Yeah,
and then
she
she
left her hanging.
posted.
Then I hearted it because I'm a G. I'm not gonna be a bugaboo.
Right,
No, I
so
said
thank you.
Heart.
If
Move
that's
on
the
with my
thing with
life.
me, like if you're a bugaboo, I'm not even gonna
Okay,
like, talk
okay.
to you ever.
Yeah, yeah.
So she added me on Instagram,
Mhm.
and then I added her back. I was just like, but I thought she was white, and so okay, so I thought
Based
she
on
was
her
white, and I
Instagram?
was just like, nah, like I'm
Yeah.
really good on that.
She said
And
black
so,
love.
right, ode to it, okay, ode to it.
Wow.
And so I was
Sorry.
just like, nah, like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And so she posted, I think you posted something of Kenny Stills. And I went to school with Kenny. We went
Okay.
to OU together. We lived in the same complex. Like, I knew Kenny, and he talked to one of my girlfriends and stuff like that. So I was just like, oh my God, like, I love his style too.
Mhm.
And then that's when
I was like,
Ding.
Got her.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Yep.
Kenny's my guy. And she was like, yeah, mine too, blah, blah, blah.
y'all know I don't fucking know Kenny. Outside.
I was like, I love Kenny. Like,
Yeah.
that was my friend from college, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. And so we started communicating that
Mhm.
way. And then...
An ice storm hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is in 2020?
This is in October, yeah. Like shit,
year
this
ago.
month, a year
Yeah.
ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The
Okay.
ice storm hit,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
And I was like, yeah, we were just talking just about different things or whatever. And I was like, yeah, by the way, like I don't have any electricity.
Just by the way.
And I remember,
And
FYI.
And just a heads up.
Yeah.
If I don't respond,
Yeah,
My
I'm,
phone
I'm without
died.
lights.
right, I don't have any electricity or heat.
My stomach
and,
hurt.
and I live in
and I
Anadarko.
was like, and she said I had a long johns. I said, my grandpa.
Like,
Like, who wears long
I'm from Anadarko.
johns?
Everybody wear long
I've
johns.
Okay,
never heard
okay.
of it. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I never
Except
wear
for
them in my life.
70s.
Yeah.
I said, are those leggings?
She said leggings.
And
Nah,
she was
these
like,
got the
no.
squares.
And so I was checking on her because I was genuinely concerned. I was just like,
Aw.
Pull at them
girl.
heartstrings.
yeah, I was like, this girl is out there with no
Mhm.
electricity. My electricity went out in Edmond for 30 minutes and it came back on.
Yeah, real
You
She
know,
quick.
said
and I
in
was
Edmond, she said, let it be known.
Right? And I was just like, but, you know, I don't know other people in situations and stuff like that.
It's funny.
And I was like really concerned about you.
Yeah, I was without electricity for like a week and a half.
I think
Yeah,
it's really-
I don't remember this.
I
ice
started
storm.
losing count.
Yeah, this is you do remember
It was that big
took, like, 2 weeks for
snowstorm
your-
of
your
last
grandmother and all
year
that?
in like October.
Yes,
like the
okay,
beginning,
yes.
mid,
The
yeah.
first
I
one that
remember
caught everybody
now.
off
Yes.
guard.
Because it was
Yeah.
like October.
Yeah.
It was like, why are we having a snowstorm?
Yeah, I was caught in that bad. What
Oh,
happened
I'm
was is a
sorry.
tree came down and just
Mm.
removed the electricity from the house.
Mm. So it was only your house or just y'all's, like your entire street or
Well,
something?
the entire town was out for like a week.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
then they start turning people's lights on, and I'm like, damn, my lights ain't coming back on. Like, I started checking and calling, like, did I pay the bills?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, then grandma, like, she lives across the street, and I'm like, grandma got electricity. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
But turns out mine was like, just was not connected to the house anymore.
Got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
So they couldn't turn it on. They didn't tell me that they couldn't turn it on because of that. They just didn't turn it on. I was just sitting in the dark.
Ugh,
Oh shit.
poor
For-
baby.
So for like 2 weeks, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in that time before I got my lights back on, I had to announce a football game. Anadarko's a small town. Not very many people are around to announce high school football games.
Mhm.
So they called me up, and I was like, yeah, I can do it. I have electricity.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of stink a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest.
But I'll be there.
Yeah. So then, like, she FaceTimed me. And it was
Because I wanted to see if she was real.
trying to see if
Oh,
I'm a catfish.
okay.
Yeah, basically that catfish
okay.
situation. I'm with it. Yeah.
I'm not. I was like, how are you? I'm a catfish. My dreads are tiny. Like, this is not the
Why would I
picture.
catfish this
Why
person?
would I lie?
I was
Why would
like,
I
let me
lie?
see if this girl is real.
Why would I lie?
Chelsea is
I'm not
funny.
lying, but let me make
Yeah.
sure she's not.
Why would I lie about
Yeah.
my this process in my lock journey? Like, if I was
Yeah.
catfishing, my locks would just be
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
Not just like
I
They
know,
were not
but that's the
little
thing. I know
bitty
exactly what you.
They were not.
mean, 'cause
They were
They
had
were
my
still-
like
own.
this long right here.
that was like up here, and they
No,
were
they
still
weren't.
growing.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know? And I
no.
was like, why would I lie about that? So
Yeah.
she FaceTimed me. I answered the football game. I was like, hello,
Yeah.
Don't say that. You were excited to answer my call.
Aw.
whatever. I was like, hello? I was like, yeah, Taylor, like her name didn't pop up. And she was like, yeah, whatever she was saying. And then she was like, you want to meet up and have dinner? And I was like,
that's not what I said.
Well, she said something like about eating. Anyway,
Yeah.
we ended up eating something. And I was like, yeah. I had to go to Walmart in a different town, put a little fit together from the Walmart.
From the Walmart. Ain't got no lights.
I had no lights. But I mean, I had to take a cold shower because.
Yeah.
So I drove up to the city at what? 8, 9 o'clock at night to meet at the Collective.
Okay, I guess.
In October?
Yeah, inside. We
inside.
no, we
Yeah,
sat outside.
There is
there
is an inside. I'm tripping.
We yeah. So I had my little Walmart fit on, feeling confident.
Were you really, or you being?
No,
I was so cute too. I was leather pants, girl, crop
I was
top
like,
shirt. And I was
this
like,
is it for me.
yeah.
I'm done.
I was like, I'm out of there, pal. No shot. She's calling me back. Nothing wrong with Walmart. Like I still rock Walmart.
Yeah. They got some cute shit.
They do, but isn't that crazy? Like you see Walmart, be like, okay, Walmart.
Exactly on me.
That's how I was when I picked up my little outfit.
Yeah. So what you wear? I gotta know.
Yeah, what
Basically the same shit I got on right now, but except
no,
Walmart brand.
you had it in jeans.
She said a bitch can still dress. Okay, I can still
Walmart or
dress.
not, I'm fly.
Basically this.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Faded Glory brand. Yeah.
Wrangler.
Yeah, Wrangler. Yeah.
Okay.
And I bought some like moisturizer for my
Yeah,
skin because it was
she
kind of
was
dry,
cute.
you know, because
She
we
was cute.
I
Yeah.
couldn't take a bath. But yeah, we sat outside. We had some tacos,
Oh,
Wait, yum blueberry
yum sauce,
it was good.
and bubble guts.
Ooh. The next
Oh,
day, I was
Lord.
like, "Were you
Toe
sick?"
Messed up. I said, boy, I love talking to you, but my stomach.
So y'all talked about that the next day?
Well, that night we stayed in the parking lot of the Collective until what, like 4, 5
Yeah,
o'clock in the
like,
morning?
and I had to drive
Familiar.
back to
That
Antarctica.
Yeah.
feels. I remember that.
That's what we did our
Yeah.
second first time.
And it was
hanging out.
weird because it was just like I've never like sat down with a person
Yes.
for so long and just talked to him, and
Chopped
it wasn't
it up.
anything physical
Mhm.
or anything. It was just like good vibes, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And so I was just like, okay, like I'll hang out with her again.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
when
that was-
when y'all were there, did it feel like, oh, I really like this person, like this is it? Or was it just like, oh, this person is cool, I could see it
I
again?
just liked her energy.
Mm,
Like I
okay.
just liked talking to her. Like this African guy came up to us. He was like, "Hey, you want a shot?" And I was like, "No, we don't."
He really did.
And he was like,
I was like,
"You
oh,
guys
no.
look good together." And I was like, "All right, all right."
Yeah,
we looked
doing
really
a lot.
good.
That was
Yeah.
yeah,
He was doing a
so-
lot, but he was like, "You guys are gonna be a good couple."
Aww.
And I was just like, "Okay, like that's."
He's speaking it to
super
Yeah, it was like a
weird.
Nigerian blessing.
Yeah. Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah, it was like a
Okay,
Nigerian
okay,
blessing.
Okay,
like-
yeah. Now we can say that, but
Yeah,
in
at
the
the
moment,
time.
I was very
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
I was like-
"Oh my god, Chelsea, I don't know you, but can I hold your hand?" You know,
Aw,
I'm afraid.
yeah.
Like, but we had one shot, and he
She was like,
trying
I only drink. What you?
Don Julio.
Don
Oh, she
Julio.
did. Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, all right.
and she was like, "I'm
You
not gonna
dig down
tell you
in
what
there.
kind of shot you're taking.
I'm like, here's some
Tequila."
tequila. It's not Don Julio.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to test your expertise on that. But
Yeah. Could she tell it wasn't Don?
She didn't know.
I just thought she would be a good person and give me what I
Catfishing.
needed.
Catfish and
Okay.
that tequila. I was like,
So
Don
what
Julio.
happened after that? Like y'all stayed and talked all night, and then how did?
The next day was Halloween.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And so we ended up, because we wanted to, like, we talked the whole day that day. After.
My electricity actually came back on the next day.
Yeah.
God.
I was like,
It was
wow.
because of me. I'm the light.
Makes sense though. It does.
It does, right? But no, we were talking that entire day, and we were trying to figure out, like, I was going to go to Texas. Oh,
Mhm.
shoot.
Yeah, go ahead and tell him.
Tell us.
Tell
us what you was about to
Tell
say.
us.
Since we there, go
Sneaking
ahead
and
let it go.
creeping.
I was
I
going
bet.
to go to
Thoughting and
Texas.
bopping.
Need another one, huh?
Yeah.
I was gonna go
Thoughting
to
and bopping.
Texas, and she was like, "I really hope you don't go to Texas, and like we can hang out again." And I was like, "Okay." Like I was like really struggling not to go to Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up choosing her.
Oh.
She was gonna leave at like 7 o'clock at night. I was like,
Yeah.
that just don't sound safe to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Okay, like let's hang out. So we ended up, I was Selena last year. I was very cute.
Okay.
And I was just like, I want to go somewhere in my outfit. And so we ended up going to my friend. He works at this club. What's the club? Where do we go?
I have no idea.
It's a number downtown.
150, 15.
150,
Don't quote me on it, but it was a club.
I don't know. It's a club.
Other people were dressed up for Halloween.
Got you. Okay.
Except not
Halloween
me,
party.
because
Yeah.
I just got my power back the next day.
Yeah.
So
Didn't
she
have
was
time.
in her regular getup, and we went out and everything like that. She met me at my brother's house.
Touchy Tony's.
Whew. We're not gonna talk about Tony.
He was like, "Hey."
Oh, I'm like, is he a pervert?
No,
But
he's not.
Okay. Well,
He was a little.
oh, okay.
He was a little inebriated.
Got you. So he was
just
just happy.
and he didn't know like if I was really gay or not. He just thought it was like a little.
This is her first like
coming out moment, with
moment.
any woman.
Got you. Okay.
And so I was just like, "This is my date. Get away from her. Like I will kill you. Like stop. You're making her uncomfortable."
Yeah.
And so we meet there. She picks me up, and we go together. And so I'm like, okay, I guess I trust her.
Yeah.
You know, to make sure I'm safe and get me back to Edmond. I guess. And so we get to the club and we hang out, and it's just like, how did you feel, babe? Like when we were there?
It was a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, so this might help. Like, I hadn't really dated anyone for 5 years. I was married.
Okay.
And then just recently, like, split up and divorced during this time. So I hadn't gone on a date in 5 years.
Baby, you were.
I mean, I was
talking
on
to
like,
girls.
but it wasn't like this. Like,
yeah.
I was, you know, thotting and bopping, having a little
Right.
hoe phase. Everybody got a hoe phase.
Yeah, nothing serious.
Right. So
everybody.
we were not. Those were not dates. That was just like, oh, cool. We're in a pandemic. Let me download Bumble. That's how I.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And I was like, eesh.
Yeah.
But you know, I was out there a little bit. I wasn't
Yeah.
really going on dates, and then so this was like my date. So I mean, I was kind of nervous,
Yeah.
but it felt, you know, natural.
Yeah.
It felt natural. Energy was good. And then her cousin was there.
Gabe, yeah.
Gabe was there with his friend, and I was like, oh, okay, like this is not weird. And then what happened?
What?
Then we were just like vibing
Yeah,
out,
and I actually have like our first little video, which is really cute. The Weeknd and Drake's song came on, and like I took a video of us, and it was just like we were just vibing with each other, and I was like, oh, she's kind of cute in my video,
Right.
I'm like naturally like awkward, like that's just me.
And she was like this in the video. I was like, girl, come
Like,
on.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, that's me.
No, that's me. She
I'm
be having
like-
the camera. I'd be like,
And I was like,
same
yes.
pose every time.
Jeremy.
Like prison pose, like I don't really know what to do.
But it was still fun. I think that was still a cute moment for us and everything like that. And so we get done with the club and we get in the car.
Yeah, because I had to go to my uncle's funeral the next day.
Uncle Robert,
rest his soul, he's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, "Oh, can you take me to the?" She had some drinks. I did not.
Yeah.
Because I was driving in Anadarko, and I'm already tired as hell from
Yeah,
staying the
yeah.
day before all night long, 5 a.m.
But you wanted to.
Yeah, I wanted to. It's my choice. I'm grown.
Yeah.
And I was eager to come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so she was like, "Can you take me to the taco truck?" And I was like, "Nah, that don't sound right." And so she was like, "Just give me something to eat." So I'm like, "All right, you went to Whataburger."
We went to Whataburger. That's always good at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes,
That's the only
yes.
time it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then we were in line. The strangest thing
She
happened.
decided to kiss me.
She said the strangest thing happened. Okay, let's talk
Strangest
about it.
Strangest thing happened. She kissed me.
Oh, okay.
And that's the truth. That is,
She
now,
came on
And
your
this is
side.
y'all's
She came on
first
my
She
kiss.
side.
came on your side.
It's
Yeah.
our first kiss.
Okay.
And I'm like,
At Whataburger.
and you don't really know. People have been drinking it like, ooh, I ain't been dating a long time. Ooh,
Right, I ain't got
I
time.
don't know about this.
Yeah,
He blaming me. I got a
Consent,
job.
consent. Let me get the forms.
Right. I got a life.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know,
Fuck
you
my
been
shit
drinking.
up.
Yeah.
Got a little hamburger, a little splackle in your mouth. Like,
I didn't eat yet.
Josie funny.
got a little splackle. I don't know.
Splackle.
But yeah, that was first kiss, and then
Did you kiss back, or you just like, oh?
Yeah, what you do?
I don't know what I did. Honestly, I can't remember because
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
some
it's
kissing
in the
after
moment.
that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Took her back to her brother's, parked outside. You know, a little
Just,
make
yeah.
out sesh.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
just neither
little
here
PDA.
nor there.
okay.
But we have this stuff. So she came on to me, and so I was like, oh, okay, bet.
First of all,
Like
she came on to me in my DM, so that's what we established.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like,
I don't know though,
And
Taylor.
she didn't know if she wanted to be modest because she's like, I don't know if I should. Because what did I say? Did I say anything? I said you should give me a kiss. Did I say something like that?
I think you just like imagining that you said that because you.
I know
what.
I asked for
Said, next thing
consent.
you was on the other side of the car, and she,
Yeah.
whoa.
I was
Okay.
like, whoa,
No, you weren't.
whoa.
So
Hold
y'all-
on. I have morals. You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
So y'all
You just
kind
went
of
through
hit
your whole
on this,
face.
both of y'all a little bit. Can we talk about like who y'all were before this
Yeah.
situation?
Yeah,
like,
you want to go first?
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
you go
go
yeah,
first.
let's talk.
So before I met Chelsea,
Mhm.
I was probably about 9-10 months before I met her, I was leaving a relationship that was very volatile.
Okay.
We were not meant for each other.
Mhm.
It was a lot of arguing,
Mhm.
more verbal abuse than
Yeah.
anything. He just wasn't the right person for me. He
Mhm.
was my son's dad, and I wanted to make it work because he was the dad, right?
Mhm,
And we were
mhm.
engaged, and
Yeah.
we had plans and all this stuff, but I was just like, every night when you have dreams about being with a woman and doing certain things, it's like, maybe this is not right for me,
Yeah.
right? And so, and on top of everything else that was going on, we're arguing all the time. And so I decided to remove myself out of that situation,
Mhm.
like December of 2019, January
Okay.
of 2020. And that's when I was on this road to just like finding myself. I
Mhm.
was into chakra and just kind of
Okay.
like aligning myself
Mhm.
and just trying to figure out what was best for me. I
Mhm.
said, I've been so unhappy.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what's right for me.
Mhm.
And so in that whole process, in that whole time of meditating and praying and
Mhm.
just like focusing on myself, it was like gender doesn't matter. With
Okay.
love.
Yeah.
Love is love.
Is love is love.
Love is love,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
And I was just like, you know what? My heart is open
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
whatever is meant for me.
Mhm.
And that's how it kind of worked
Mhm.
out. You know, I had talked to a few other women
Mhm.
prior to Chelsea. It never went as far. I mean,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and the thing is with lesbians and girls, you think the first few days you're like, oh my God, I'm in love. Like, I think I'm in love. I think this is it.
Yeah.
This is
Falling
it. And you know, you want to do all that because I didn't know. I was a baby
Yeah.
lesbian. I was like, oh yeah,
You
this
said
is
a
great.
baby
This is great.
lesbian.
This is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so,
There's levels.
yes.
There's levels to this lesbian shit.
Right,
There's
clearly.
levels. Okay, I'm learning.
And you know, I didn't know how to like
Right.
like bring my emotions
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything in a box, like contain them. And so I was just like, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody gets a car, you know,
Yeah.
like everybody was just like for me.
Yeah.
And so I had to like step back and be like, hey, whatever is meant for you is meant for you, but
Yeah.
you don't have to go this hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And so when I met her, like before I met her, I was just like, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
done with doing all that. And it wasn't like I was going through a hoe phase with women at all, because I had never been with a woman like
Mhm.
sexually or anything like that.
You hadn't
But
at that time.
no, not before.
So you just were
Chelsea.
talking to him.
Yeah, I would literally just conversation.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And I mean, I went to Dallas to hang out with a few
Mhm.
of them, but it never went that far because I was just like,
You're out there kissing them.
I kissed them, babe.
But
I
she know the
didn't get-
stages. She know the levels.
I know the levels. Kissing was in there.
I mean, yes, there was some kissing, but it
Uh-huh.
wasn't anything other than that, right?
Yeah.
You know? And so I was just like, I honestly don't want to take it that far unless I know it's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I really didn't want to be hoeing out there.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
2 kids.
Right.
Like,
I feel
that's
you.
not cute. Like, eh. So, I mean, I literally was just coming into my own when
Figuring you out. Yeah.
just figuring out who I was, and it
Mhm.
made sense because I was just like, after 25 boyfriends, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew men were not for me.
Yeah.
The men's were not
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
So it was just kind of like, okay. And so I met her, and then it just made sense for
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
But prior to that, it was just literally because I was with my son's dad for 3 years.
Gotcha.
And it was just, I was miserable the whole time. Like, it really wasn't, I was just like, huh, Like,
Is this
what
it?
is this? What my life is gonna be
Yeah.
like cracked up to be? Like, is this it? Do I have to?
You didn't feel
settle?
fulfilled.
Yeah, and I was going through school. I was going through dental school when I was with him and everything like that. And I was just like, you know what? I got to push through because I need this degree. I need this money. Like, I need all that. And I was just like, okay, I'm not stressed about school anymore, but I hate you. You know, like it was just one of those things where it's like, there has to be a better way.
Yeah.
So that was kind of me. And, you know, I left him and it was soon after the pandemic happened. And, you know, I was going to buy a house. And then I was just like, oh, we're not working at the dental office. We are not working. So I'm going to stay at my mom's house and I'm just going to hang out here and save my money. And so that's kind of where I was. It was just like a process of healing and stuff, and then so that was me. And then
so, what about you, Chelsea?
Tag team.
Yeah, Chelsea.
So, I dated a couple men in my day. Humped around a little bit. Dabbled in some stuff.
Because it's very awkward hearing about her dating men.
I dabbled and dipped and dabbled.
I don't like hearing about it.
Back in my day.
I'm sorry,
back in my day, I like I said, dibbled and dabbled with the men.
With the men.
With the men.
It doesn't even feel right. You don't even sound right.
The male gender.
Hey, come on.
But you knew, like,
it's pretty apparent.
Pretty obvious.
It's pretty apparent what gonna work for me. It's not what I wanted in my life. It's not what I needed. It did not fulfill me in any way, shape, or form. You know, I'm a little bit more masculine naturally. I got broad shoulders, and you know, it's like two linebackers out there. But you know, arm wrestling and stuff like that. But you know, that's. We'll save that.
Arm wrestling your days.
I was arm wrestling my days and playing football, all-time quarterback at Langston. That was a true story.
The fact that it's
Put
true
me
is
in.
hilarious.
Like, man, I got you.
Oh, okay.
My man. But yeah, I did that a little bit. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna start just dating girls.
Yeah.
And see what happens. And I'm like, oh, I'm comfortable in this space. This is where
natural.
I belong.
Yeah,
you know, this is me.
Yeah.
I am this. And I didn't tell my family about it. I just kind of like being ain't shit behind my family's back. You know, they really.
Why ain't shit though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
ain't shit. You
That's
know,
all we
just
need to
like. I'll call you back. No, I won't. Ghost. It's not very nice to ghost people, and I'm a notorious ain't shit ghoster. I spent much of my life like that. Just ain't shit ghosting people. Right. Not me. It's true. We all have to go through growing pains to get where we are. You know.
Speak on it. Yes.
We all go through some ain't shit times in our life.
I didn't do some ain't shit too.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't lie.
And sometimes
before him.
Yeah, before the love.
Before the love and the podcast and all that.
right. For this couch.
Right. For this nice mic. But yeah, no, like that was me, and I was just like trying to figure it out. I had gone through some trauma in my life, and I lost a lot of people, and dealing with some mental health issues, and my parents, and just all these things, and just searching for something. And I was like, well, you know what? I should probably just marry a man and like do this and become a wife. And then what it clicked was I was dating this dude, and he was like, I actually like went through a miscarriage and everything, like for real. And he was like, "You're gonna have my kid. You need to be a stay-at-home wife. You need to drop school." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gay."
She said, "Oh, I'm gay."
I'm gay. So then I had to come out to myself like, "Oh no.
Yeah, this don't even sound
Hold
fun.
up, buddy. I'm gay."
You told him that?
No, I didn't tell him that. He recently added me back on Facebook and figured it all out for himself. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so that happened. I was with some other people, whoop-de-whoop. And then, you know, I met my ex-wife.
Okay.
You know, in Chickasha, I moved back home to Anadarko. My great-grandmother was having some health issues or some job issues I was having. I moved back, met her, and like, it was just one of those things where I was like, okay, like, yeah, this is good. This is where I'm comfortable. This is where I'm supposed to be. And when you feel that connection, you don't understand if it's like you become infatuated.
Yeah.
You know, with that feeling, it may not be the one, but you don't know because you're so infatuated.
Yes.
You know, with the idea of like, okay, like I dated these men, I've been dating these women, these people from Oklahoma State, all this stuff. You know, that was too much.
OSU.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see me out there creeping around?
I might have. Shit.
No, I had a ponytail. I didn't have dreads. I had long hair, long curly hair.
I might have. Well, I didn't go till 2012. That was my first year.
She was there.
Yeah, I was there. Rob, that was in my prime.
So I probably definitely seen you in the streets.
You probably only seen me in the streets.
Yeah.
What's that little place called? With
Which
the
one?
dust. Where people go to the club.
Tumbleweed.
The Tumbleweed.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You might have seen
She
me
said,
kicking.
"Oh no, what you mean she from Anadarko? She gonna be a Tumbleweed."
You might have seen me kicking up
She
some
gonna be a
dust.
I probably
Tumbleweed.
did.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. It was my past.
Right, okay.
I'm healed.
Yes,
Yeah,
fine.
so you know, I met her, and you know, we hit it off, and she came from like a super Christian family, like
Okay.
Church of Christ and things like that. And I was like, ooh, hold on, do people know you gay? That's like my first question. Like, do your
Yeah.
people know? Because
Yeah.
if so, I'm not gonna tell my people about you.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna go away, you know, because
Yeah.
the pressure is gonna be too much. So if your people don't know that you gay, and I'm about this time, I think I'm just seasoned, right?
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
shit about nothing,
Yeah.
but I think I'm an expert on being gay. All of a sudden, my family don't even know.
You leveled
Oh,
up
they
just a
still
little
didn't
bit.
know?
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. My family didn't even know. I mean, they're just like, oh, she goes to school, she works, she's gonna be the mayor. That's what my family thinks about me, right?
Oh, okay.
And maybe I could have been. I don't know.
Still
But they
can
just
be.
not worried about me dating. They're not worried
Yeah.
about any of that. They just like, whatever, we just mind our business.
Yeah.
And so we started dating. We posted a picture together in the mountains, and that was her coming out to her family,
Okay.
and me really coming out to mine.
Okay,
But I'm feeling
okay.
like, yo, I'm a veteran. Like, but nothing y'all can say can hurt me because I've been doing this, you know, for 3 years before I even came out.
Gotcha.
You know, to my friends, and that's just what it was. And I think, you know, at the time that we met, it's like a trauma bond. It just straight up, and that's exactly how I can put it, just a straight up trauma bond. And long story short, you know, I got divorced. There's some things, she pouring some extra wine. She ain't trying to hear about my love life.
Yeah. And she don't even like this wine, so y'all know
She don't even like this
wine.
wine.
She
Oh,
don't want to hear.
shit.
She
She said,
said,
"It's
"Oh."
growing on me now."
She's like, I like it now. Talking about the ex-wife.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Right.
Sweet
But
freaking
yeah, like, I mean, she did some things that were just not cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put it out there. You know, sleep with her best friend, you know. I'm like, that's messed up. And I thought I could get over it. I'm like, you know what? I'm a big dog. I can get
Yeah.
over it. I can do this. But then I was like,
Nah.
son.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to get over it for a year. And then I thought to myself, it's not fair to you for me to keep holding on to you knowing that I don't like you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was just holding on to her because I was just being selfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's plenty of times where she could have left a long time ago, and she was like, "I'll leave. You ain't happy? I'll leave." And I'm like, "No," because I was afraid what other people gonna think. Like,
Yeah.
I just came out gay. You're the first one I came out with. We got married. We just went to the courthouse. We did all these things, and it's just gonna look bad. It's gonna make me look bad. You know, to my hometown, it's just gonna make me look so bad. Now I don't want to look bad. And
I
then,
feel that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and then as she was doing her healing and going through these things, and I started doing mine, I was like, man, this ain't
Yeah.
for us. This ain't
Yeah,
it. You know,
yeah.
we can be in each other's lives as friends, maybe eventually, whatever things are. But
Mhm.
I don't wish nothing bad on you. You don't wish anything
Right.
bad on me.
This just ain't it.
This ain't it.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. I mean, just as emotional and as peaceful as it could be.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And that's just my thing. Like, even though she did what she did, and there were some times where I could have been better,
Right. Yeah.
it just didn't work.
And
that's what it
shit
is.
happens, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about her. I mean, she don't have anything bad to say. I guess shit. I don't know.
Hope not.
But as for me,
Don't be in the comments, please.
right?
Right.
I know you probably gonna be watching it. You like black love and shit like that. So hello, are we good?
Right.
Peace be
right.
with you. Peace and blessings. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
I don't wish nothing bad, and it is
Yeah.
it is
It
what it
is what
is.
it is.
partner
What
with.
it is.
Yeah, and you know, I wish her all the best, and I know that she, you know, wishes the same for me,
Absolutely,
and can
yeah.
recognize like how truly, truly happy I am, and
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure she can. If she really cared about you, she probably does.
yeah,
so.
and that's what it's about, and that's how you know, like,
Absolutely.
You better as friends. Like, we had a trauma bond and like shit didn't work out, but you really happy over here.
Yeah.
Shit, do
And
your
I
thing.
respect that. Yeah, do your thing.
Yeah, dap it up. I don't know if people still do that, but fist bump. Hell, I don't know.
Something. Hell.
Something.
They definitely ain't shaking hands.
Right.
COVID.
Peace and
shit.
blessings.
Hugging. Nope.
Right. No, we don't hug it out, but
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah, man,
so-
that's what I was.
So that kind of brings us to, because you said this happened a little bit before you and Taylor met, right?
Ooh, right before.
Yeah,
Right before.
okay.
Okay.
So that brought us to kind of where y'all was when y'all met. So let's fast forward back to when y'all had that date and y'all was at Whataburger making out in the line with the speckles on their face. Let's take it
Yeah.
back
I did
there.
not have swackle.
Okay, no speckles. But what happened after that? Because
Yeah.
you had a funeral. You probably
Oh,
had to
that
go back
next day.
home.
She had a
Like-
hangover. No, I'm just-
I didn't. I was very
But how did it
good.
turn into this?
Man, it's just really incredible. Like, it's already almost been a year,
Mhm.
and like we were just talking the other day. Like, damn, we talk to each other every single day for almost a year.
We have been
Wow.
talking
Yeah,
to each
yeah.
other
And I'm
since
like,
last
yeah, for
October.
real?
Yeah,
Let me try to
every
look
single
back at my
day.
messages.
I was like, nope, there would never be a day that you didn't talk to me because I'm toxic, and like you're not gonna not talk
Yeah.
to me.
I'm
She
like,
said I'm toxic.
I'm like,
It's-
for real?
I'm like, yes, for real.
Aw.
Like, it's been, even if it's been, you know, like if we were mad at each other or whatever, like we still were talking like, hey, I love you, have a good day.
Yeah.
Like, and it would be just something.
So how'd y'all
like
go
that.
from like casual? Because like
Yeah.
before the kiss, y'all was fairly casual, I assume. So
Very
how'd y'all
casual.
graduate from being casual to, you
we
know,
just started.
like being
Shit,
more
I don't
like
even
solid?
know.
And,
We just
I'm
talked.
asking myself that
we
right
just
now.
talked every day.
Fuck
I feel like we were just talking.
Yeah, we just talk every day, and I think you start peeling back
Yeah.
those layers, and like
Mhm.
with
Talking
me,
about each other.
being divorced and her coming out of her relationship, it's like you know what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what you're looking for and what you ain't looking
Yeah.
for.
Well, but
yeah.
I think you were hesitant with me because you were just like, "Are you sure that you're gay?"
Right, and so I had another
Okay,
thing because that's
yeah.
my thing. I'm like, are
Yeah.
you gay? But are you gay? And then my mama, I sent her a picture. She was like, let me see a picture of the girl. So I sent my mama a picture. Like, girl, she is not gay. She
That's what your mama said.
She said she wastes your goddamn time. I said, damn, you think?
Aw,
And she
damn,
said,
you
she was
think.
like, listen, you gay. I'm like,
Your
I'm
mama the homie.
gay. Why I gotta
Telling
be
me
gay?
some
like
shit.
what that even mean?
You
Yeah,
gay.
yeah.
And your Timberland boots, you gay.
But I'm over here
said
wearing
Timberland
stilettos.
boots.
Pump
She was like,
naked.
but this child over here, you know, she got kids. She is not gay. She is not gay. I know gay. And
Your
I'm
mama
like,
said
she's gay.
that. I can tell you right
Whataburger,
now.
it was hitting.
I'm telling you.
I can tell
Yeah,
you.
Whataburger.
I'm
Y'all
telling
number one special was
Yeah.
hidden.
I'm telling you. Now, I've been around the block.
Hey, I got some experience
Right.
now.
I'm an expert. She is with it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay,
Not
okay.
And
straight.
my mom was like, yeah, okay. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
whatever you say, I'll support you in it. Whatever you do, I'll
Oh,
support
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
That's
You
what's
know, mom was like, I don't know, but here we are.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
not gay, but if you say she's gay,
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, I'm telling you
Yeah.
what I know.
Yeah,
And she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, fine, then.
Okay, yeah.
It is what
Yeah.
it is. She's gay then. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. She is. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
Thank
Like,
you.
This isn't even a conversation.
Yeah. And then so my sister calls, right? And she's like, Mom said you was dating somebody else. And she ain't gay. I'm like,
Your mom. That's
Oh,
black mamas.
messy.
That's black
I was like,
mamas
boy, that's
right here.
messy. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
They were like, send us a picture. We can tell. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, because y'all got a radar. And they were
Yeah.
like, woo. I don't know if you picked the right one. I was like, okay, maybe I didn't send the best picture, her best gay picture. I didn't.
I don't take gay pictures.
Maybe I should ask her, can you send me your gayest picture?
Let me put on some sweatpants real quick.
Put a baseball cap on.
Right.
Gay
You
don't
know?
got a look though.
It does.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Gay don't got no look.
I'm the femme
That's
to
what
the
I'm saying.
femme.
Yeah.
Okay, I am the
And like,
feminist
I don't
of
know
all.
like labels and pronouns and things like that. I don't know anything about that,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not at that level, and no disrespect to people that do identify that way, but I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, what you gotta do to look gay? All of a sudden, I just automatically qualify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, how can I look less gay? Like, I don't want people to look at me and be like, oh.
I'm
Gay.
getting laid
Yeah.
back, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
getting
damn, I just want to
labeled
be
for no
myself.
reason.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be Chelsea and like
The gay.
Yeah.
the gay
Yeah.
aunt. You know what I mean? Like I got a little niece. I'm like, I'm the gay aunt. Am I?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, that's cool. I just ride with it now. But from a small town, not too many people
Gay.
that are gay and
Yeah.
and attractive. Like that's what it is. Like my mom was like, okay, one of y'all got to be not as cute as the other one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that a thing? Is that on the
Yeah,
internet?
all these standards that society is putting on it, it's
like
fucking
weird,
nuts to
I'm
me.
like,
Yeah.
my mom like watching TikTok.
Yeah, like where are
And
you
she
getting your
is.
gay
And
standards?
she is.
Where are you
She
getting
is
your gay
definitely
She is
standards?
watching
the
TikTok.
internet and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and my parents are fairly young, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, Mom, what do you
mean?
Yeah.
what do you mean? And so that's just that's just what it was.
Does
And
that bother y'all? Like the societal pressures and
No.
expectations?
it don't bother me, but
Does it- you
little
think
ride or die over here.
You think
Like,
it
yeah, remember the Asian man at the
Oh my God! He said, "Are y'all sisters?" I said, "God damn."
Nigga,
I was like,
I said,
Cut
"No."
that.
I said, "We gotta go.
but you know we not sisters.
We gotta go." He
Yeah.
said, "Are y'all
Yeah.
sisters? Are you separate?" I said, "I'm with her."
she gets
She's
mad.
my
I don't get
girlfriend.
mad. I'm just like, man, I'm
Yeah.
trying to eat, you know, like
But
I
it's just like, you can maybe try to insinuate like certain things, but I don't know. Like I'm holding her hand. Like
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like
The ticket
caressing
is
But
her.
why
one.
did it matter? Yeah, yeah.
And so you
It's the same
obviously
ticket.
know. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
ticket.
Right,
but it's
right.
just like, are y'all
Mind
sisters?
business.
But we've heard that. Like, are you guys sisters? I'm like,
I mean,
no.
that type of stuff, like I said, don't really
It
bother
doesn't
me.
bother you.
And
It
especially,
bothers
I
me,
mean, I was
though.
like in a relationship for 5 years, just
Yeah.
like open book, and I try to tell her like beforehand, like, hey, there are gonna be some people in your family that aren't gonna be with
Oh
this.
my God.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, you just need to know, you just need to be prepared for it. And, you know, I've already gone through that, you know, with my family for the
Mhm.
most part. And if my family's talking about me, they're not saying it to my face.
Mm.
You know, and that's almost worse, you know, in a sense.
Yeah.
But, you know, my parents are, they're hella cool. You know, my dad he had to come around a little bit, but my mom is just like, do your thing, you know?
Yeah.
And my sisters they're just really supportive, and I have that support system. But for those people who don't have that, like, that shit sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
And that's kind of, you know, what I was telling her. I was like, hey, there are going to be people in your family who you thought loved you unconditionally and will have conditions when you tell them. You ain't even got to tell them. You just got to post a picture with me.
Right, right.
Well, and I was so unapologetic with Chelsea.
yeah,
like
I
I
love
knew
that.
I was like,
Yes.
I'm in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm coming out, I'm coming out with her.
Yeah.
And my mom, she's trying to be supportive,
Mhm.
but it is very conditional.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, so are you really gonna marry her? Like, is that what's gonna go on? Like, is that your life partner? Like, she'll
Yeah.
ask questions like that, and it's just like, yeah, that's it. You know, my dad, he didn't speak to me for 3 weeks. Like, I told him, and he was like, I'm in the grocery store. I gotta talk to you
Yeah,
later.
see, I did this together, so they didn't know anything about this till y'all
Till
were
I
together.
right,
Right,
because I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, maybe it's a phase for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
And
were
then when I
exploring
met
Yeah,
it.
her-
that exploration phase.
Yeah.
We just keep that a secret.
And then when I met her, I was just like, no, I want to love her out loud.
Yes,
like I
yes.
want to be
And you
open
should,
about this,
yeah.
and I want to tell the world about it because she's amazing, and she's
Mhm.
not only amazing with me, but amazing in general.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, you know, my mom was like, who is this person you're hanging out with all the time? And I
Mm.
just turned the FaceTime to
I was
her.
like,
I said, this is her. I said, this is Chelsea.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm awkward. I'm like,
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
very
How you
like that.
doing?
And I was just like, I just
how you
turned
doing,
back
ma'am?
around.
You have
Yeah.
a good day? All right.
Yeah.
They like customer service. Like, I
I
worked
know,
at Lowe's
I
in
know this
college.
is uncomfortable for both of us.
Yeah, yeah,
But you
yeah.
know,
I
I
worked in-
wanted
yeah,
to.
I'm
I
like,
just
ooh.
wanted to make sure
Right,
people
right.
knew like this was it.
Yeah,
this was
yeah,
it
yeah.
for me. Like I knew this was different. This made me feel different. Like it felt like home for me in my
Mhm.
heart. And I was just like, this is it. So I don't care.
Mhm.
And you know, she warned me. She's just like, you know, people in your family, they're not going to accept it. Some people might and some people might not.
Mhm.
And, you know, my brother is super supportive. He's my best friend. And
Mhm.
he's like, if you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, that works for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
But it's just like certain family members,
Yeah.
they didn't understand. You know, we went to a dinner a couple months ago. And I was just like, hey, this is Chelsea. Like, I
Mhm.
didn't even say my girlfriend. Like, this is Chelsea. Clearly, they knew.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know, and I
Mm.
was just like, that hurt my feelings so bad. Like, I cried
She
about
had to tell
it.
her brother, you know, you got to get your big brother involved.
Yeah, I was like,
Hell
Tony.
yeah, you do. I ain't
I
got
was
no
like,
big brother,
Tony,
but my
this is
sister.
what happened to
I'm
us.
the oldest, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah.
And he was like, what the fuck? You don't do that with my sister. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he's 6 years older than me. So
Yeah.
he's like ride or
Don't
die.
do my
Like,
sister
shout
like
out
that.
to my brother if he's watching or listening to this.
Yeah.
But he was just like, no, they don't do that. They don't get to do that to my
Yeah,
sister.
yeah.
Like, you're happy, you're healthy, you're loved, you're not being abused.
Right, that's
your
the
kids
part,
are
yeah.
loved.
Yeah.
What else do they need? What
Mhm.
else do they want
Right,
from you?
right.
And, you know, I just didn't think, like, we would get that. Like, I think I was just a little oblivious to it.
Mhm.
That we would get so much flack for it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean-
in love. Like,
Right.
it's okay that it's a woman. Like, I didn't think it was anything wrong with
Yeah.
being in love with a woman, you
Mhm.
know?
I
And
mean,
it's hurtful for
it's-
me.
Yeah, I can see that. Hell yeah.
She has a hard time, but, you know, like, my thing is, in the same breath, like, we can't judge them because of it. Just like we don't want them judging us.
Look at me.
Like,
know.
you
I'm
gotta,
judging the
like,
fuck out
for
of
me,
them.
like,
No, I feel you.
if you coming from a place of, we're saying, like, it's cool, like, we still love you unconditionally, like a true place of peace,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then you can't hold that against them. Like, oh, y'all not really messing with us like that. Well, hey,
It is
listen,
hard.
I still love you, but
you
know what I mean? I
Yeah.
still love you, but listen, we ain't gotta mess with you, but know that I love you and that I'm here for you.
And
if
you're
you
not
need
invited
me.
to the wedding.
And that's it though, that
Right.
loving from a distance. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
possible.
Right,
You
yeah.
can still love your
Yeah.
family from a distance. But I know, well, I guess let me not say I know because I don't, but it's like, I guess I even get frustrated hearing about that. Cause like you said, like you should be able to love who you want to love. And my best friend, her name is Regina, and it's something that she has said from jump, like, ain't no coming out. Y'all coming into my business. Like, this is
Right.
my shit. Like, why does it matter who I bring home or any of that? And so just kind of hearing y'all's experience, like, I just resonate with what she said. It's like, that is y'all's
That's my-
business.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that's so true. Because, like, you know, when I was a teacher, I taught 11th grade for a little bit, and I would tell my students, I was like, man, you know, I don't have a coming out story.
Yeah.
Like, it
Right.
wasn't a big production for me, and
right.
and my heart hurts for those who have to put on
Right.
that production. I just was like, hey, here it is. Either you like it or you don't, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stress out about it. Like,
Yeah.
it
yeah.
is, you know, it is what it is. Here I am. This is my life. This is
me,
This
yeah.
is who I am.
Yeah.
Surprised if you were surprised, but
Yeah,
hell, y'all had me
My
gay
goodness.
for.
yeah.
As soon as I came out, like, girl, we knew you was gay.
Yeah,
Right.
Y'all
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
say nothing.
Right.
Right.
Y'all could have made it easy on me,
Y'all
goddamn
could have
it.
just told me. I ain't been out here thoughting and botting.
Yeah.
Y'all could have just told me
I
what I
think
was.
that was the difference with me though, because I
Yeah.
did have 2 boys prior to coming
Yeah.
out and everything
Yeah.
like that, and it was mainly me. Okay, so my mom was married to a pastor, like he had a church and everything,
Mhm.
and that was all of my preteen years up until I was about 21. They got a divorce,
mhm.
and so I was brought up in church. My grandpa was a pastor. He actually was the pastor of Calvary Baptist Church in downtown Oklahoma City.
Okay,
Like
okay.
that big
I
church
know
out
something
there.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my family is super religious.
Mm-hmm.
So me and following the book of
Yeah.
life, you know, that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to make my family proud. I wanted
Yeah,
them to,
yeah.
you know, I wanted to go to school and I wanted to graduate and I wanted to get married and
Do
have
all the
kids,
things.
but
Yeah.
one thing didn't happen. I got pregnant at 20.
Mm.
And, you know, in college, and I had my first son at 21. And, you know, that was a turn from my life. And so I was just like, well, you know, I'm going to try to get back on the Christian walk, you know, let me get back on here. Let me follow the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
And so I had my second son out of wedlock, but it was with my boyfriend, you
Mhm.
know, and so I was just trying to keep it with that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I knew in college, I was like, I think I like girls, but is anybody gonna support me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liking
yeah.
girls, you
yeah.
know, like I think I'm maybe the only gay person in my family.
Mm.
And, you know, we have some in the closet gays, but, you know, we're not going to bring them out. We're not going to bring them out
Not
today.
here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
and-
today.
and- no,
But,
Leave
you
them
know,
in the
that's the
closet.
We're going to leave them in the closet,
Yes,
but I've
yes.
come out, you know, and so I was just
Lord.
like, you know.
You know, I know because I'm an expert on the gay matter.
She knows
right?
exactly what we're talking
My
about.
radar just be.
She said expertise now.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
My radar just be
She's
going.
met people.
Yeah.
She's like, doo-doo-doo, gay,
I'm
you
like,
know?
I'll be looking at them like,
But you know, I
You
just
got something
wanted
to say?
Talk to me.
I wanted to make my family proud because I literally am very close to my family.
Yeah.
My mom has a big family. My dad has a big family. Like they both have 5 to 6 siblings on each side.
Okay. Yeah.
And all this family, right? And they're so religious, super into the Christian faith, but there's nothing's wrong with that.
Right.
But it was just like, this is how you have to be. There's no other way. And so, you know, I was just trying to walk this path, and I was just like, it's not right for me.
Yeah.
So it was very hard. You know, I came out to my mom, well, my brother first, because he met her, and he was like, girl, you gay. Like,
Yeah.
we know this ain't your friend.
Go on, complain with
This ain't
me.
your friend. This
Yeah.
is your friend.
Yeah.
And so,
Special friend.
your special friend.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? Am I going to live in a closeted, you know, like life for the rest of my life? Or am I going to come out and be just unapologetic with it, authentic with just who I am? And I knew that that's the type of person she is. Like,
yeah.
she lives out loud and she doesn't care. And, you know, and at that point, I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't think I care anymore. Like, I love you and that's it. And so I told my mom, she was just like, oh, well, I know you were talking to girls on FaceTime, but I didn't know. And I was like, yeah. So, and, you know, she had a lot of questions, a lot of uncomfortable questions. Like,
What were some of the questions your mama asked?
you're both on your periods, so what happens then? I said, girl,
She had
shut
questions like that.
I said, now shit. Now, what happens
I
when
said,
your
what
husband...
mean?
What happens when your husband doesn't take a shower? Like, what? It's the same.
Yeah.
I said, wow. Incredible.
She was
Yeah.
like, so
Incredible,
what
for real.
happens when you want to get intimate? And I
Just
said,
saying
you
it's
need to look
incredible.
at porn or something at this point, because I can't.
You told your mama
I
that?
said, you gonna have
Google
to watch.
it.
You gonna have to Google some anatomy situations because I'm not comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I said, you can ask me any
That's
other
real, though.
question,
Yeah.
but personal questions, sexual questions, that's a little
Yeah.
more intimate
Right,
for me.
Especially with
Right.
your parents. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Man,
That's what I'm
woman.
saying.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
ask you about how you
Yeah.
and your
Nobody wanna
husband.
know about that.
Nobody.
Right.
Okay,
No,
Nobody.
let me look at the camera. Nobody
Wants to know about all that shit.
You know what I mean? Nobody want to know about your parents humping and stuff.
Right,
No.
And they
you
shouldn't want to know
shouldn't
about your
wanna-
kids
right.
humping.
Yeah.
And so she had a lot of uncomfortable questions.
Kids humping. Nobody know about
I
that.
hate her saying humping.
Chelsea
That's
is
what's funny as hell
funny.
because
The
I
humping,
don't
yeah.
know. I don't want to
Imagine
hear
your
about
mom
people
was
humping.
like, so
This is
y'all
what-
two,
No,
Hump.
hell fucking no. Yeah.
Right.
what y'all be
Y'all
doing when y'all
different.
hump?
My
They
mama,
different.
but my mama would not ask
her mama's
about.
kids and them is different. They,
We-
they
they ask
different.
about
Yeah.
No,
They be
I-
talking. They be
We
talking. I'll
talking.
be over there like,
We talking.
I don't really like hearing about me humping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, listen.
That's
No,
what you saying,
no,
humping.
let's
I'm
be
saying.
clear. Let's be clear,
yeah,
baby.
they be-
Me and my siblings talk. First of all, it's
Oh,
5
okay.
girls.
They mama be
Oh,
there.
So, and my mama be there, and she like, "Ooh, y'all nasty." But we don't ever talk about my mama. Now, hell no,
okay.
that's
But y'all
nasty.
talk
You
about
guys be like,
yourself.
Mama, what you and Leroy doing?
Oh no, we don't know about
Girl,
it.
I will be sick to my.
But exactly,
We ain't gonna
and
go to
so
what I
it
saw.
was just a really
That's what I'm
weird.
saying.
It was
Yeah,
a weird situation, and I was just like, okay, like I understand if you
No.
want to know, you're
Yeah.
inquisitive about a lesbian relationship, a same-sex relationship. So, like, lay it on me, but don't ask about that.
Yeah,
you know, that's
yeah.
a lot. You're gonna have to watch some videos.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go to a
But it sounds,
website.
Taylor, it
Hit
sounds
that
like you were
Google.
very open with being
Yeah.
asked questions
Yeah.
and
You
just
seem
being
pretty confident
transparent.
about
I
it.
love
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I was, and then my dad. So I was telling him over the phone because he lives in Houston, so I
Okay.
can't
Okay.
see him face to face
Mhm.
and tell him because he's like COVID and I had blood clots in my legs. I can't come
Yeah,
to Oklahoma.
yeah.
You know, he's always making excuses why he can't come see me.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, okay, Daddy, and he was like, I'm in the grocery store. I'm hearing beep, beep. I
Uh-huh.
said, I'm dating a woman. He said, beep. He said, you know what? I'm going to have to call you after I leave. He
Mm.
said, no, wait, what? And I said, I got to call you after I leave. I didn't hear from my daddy for 3 weeks.
Mm.
I said,
It was a
"Mother."
long 3 weeks.
And I
too.
was very sad. I was like, my dad hasn't talked to me. Like,
I'm
he
like,
told
Did
me,
you try to call him again, or you just was
well,
waiting on
he
him?
said Happy Mother's Day or something. Like,
Oh,
he said,
it was around
it was
Mother's Day.
a,
Yeah.
I was like, has your daddy called today?
I was like, no, he hasn't.
Trying to make it better.
I was like, no.
Has he text?
No, he hasn't. And I was so
He sure
sad.
did.
Yeah.
And so he called me and he was just like, is this a phase? And he said, I don't want to become invested if it's a phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I said, I honestly feel as though this is my life partner. And he said, if that is what it is, then I accept it.
That's really good.
And he was like, I'm sorry that it took me so long, because we have the same mind. And that's something that my mom does not like at times, because I have to process things in order to not blow up and say things that I will regret.
Yeah.
And so my dad, it took him a little longer.
Yeah.
For, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
21 business days. But, he came
You
around
quick
and
on the man.
I am.
I
That's
was
just
like,
how I am. 1, 2, 3.
Seven. I said 7 times 2 is.
That was with you,
14.
Taylor.
Yeah, you gotta do
Plus
7 times 3.
7 times 2 plus
So,
7.
I do have a question for you, Taylor. So, do you think if he would not have came around, do you think that would have impacted you at all?
I told her, I said, my dad needs to know, and I need my dad to be accepting of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've always been daddy's little girl.
Mhm.
Like, that's my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need him to know my life, and I need him to be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, and I think you were a little on edge.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, my mama was right. She ain't gay.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
just gay today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and I was just like, if my dad is on board, then I'm okay.
Mhm.
Then it's okay. And, it was kind of rocky, because she was like, what if your dad's not on board? Can we not get married? Can we
Right.
not
I'm like, do
this?
we need to break up?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you need
what
to
does
tell
that
me.
mean?
Like you
Yeah.
said, someone's
I need to make
conditioning.
arrangements.
Yeah, and I was just like,
I
no.
need to make a
And I was just like, no. I was like, I'm going to figure it out with my dad.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
she's somebody that I want to be with.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when my dad did come around, I was very much relieved.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
it's going to
And
work.
I have not met him.
Still.
I haven't
Oh,
met him.
yeah,
I mean, he lives in
pandemic.
Houston
Yeah.
and things like that. But, coming back to her mom, like, so with me, like, I'm from Anadarko. I'm automatically offended when somebody's like, so what do you do? Like, outside of this jacket, I got a bunch of tattoos.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just loaded down with tattoos.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, loaded
And
down.
so, like, and like, so,
I want to see.
Take off your shirt.
so I,
She ain't got to do it on here.
Relax, girl.
Back at Whataburger. Back at Whataburger.
Not here. Hold on. This steak couch.
Let us break it in
no,
first. I'm just playing.
Where I get this couch from? This guy.
I know,
Pretty
I
good
want
vibes.
it.
Do it.
It's bringing out
I like
the
the
razzle
Said,
dazzle.
we might have to take this with us.
I have to hit this couch with a little razzle dazzle.
Okay, babe, come
But
on.
yeah, and so
Back to script.
yeah, like so she automatically was like, so what do you do? And like she's a principal, she's successful,
Okay,
all
okay.
these things, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, if you must know, she like gassed me up like that. I'm like, okay, like I know that's normal for parents to want to know,
Yeah.
but like just
Yeah.
me, like something I need to work through. Like, so what do you do? And I'm like,
Mm.
what do you do? Yeah,
You
no,
know.
I was like, so I got my undergrad at Langston University.
Resume.
You know what I mean?
your
I started
resume
listening
there.
at my resume, and
Mhm.
I'm like,
She's like, oh, y'all resume's the same.
she was like, oh, I went to Langston.
and I went to OU.
I went to OU.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay. Like I'm not.
Yeah,
I
some
automatically
commonalities.
think somebody thinks I'm a bum. Like, and that's just
Mm.
where I'm from, and like how I've grown up, and like she did not think that, and that was unfair
Yeah.
for me to think, oh, your mom thinks I'm a bum.
Yeah.
Because you've been dating all these other bums, and I got these locks trying to develop, and I got all these
Trying to bud,
tattoos,
yeah.
and stuff. I know a lot about natives and stuff. Like
Mhm.
you just think I live in the dark. You think I'm a bum,
Yeah.
but like she didn't think that at all. She was
Nah,
just a
yeah.
concerned parent.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I gotta watch myself too, because I'm like, parents have the right to be concerned about their kids.
Yeah.
That's true.
My
It's
parents are not
natural.
like that. You know what I'm saying? So my parents didn't raise me. I was raised by my grandma. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
my dad was in the military. My mom was going through addiction and all these things,
Mm.
and so they're just like, we buddies, we homies. So I don't
And my
have
mom
Yeah.
is like a mama.
yeah, so I don't have that. Like as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
my parent passed away. My helicopter
Yeah.
parent passed away, and hers is just circling
around in my
circling.
life like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Circus.
yeah.
Her helicopter, it don't stop for gas. It's like News 9, David
Yeah.
Payne, like Forewarned, like all them it wrapped up into
Yeah.
one Skywarn
Yeah.
team.
All of
Okay,
it, huh?
okay, you good.
Yeah.
Mary.
She
You
like,
good.
that's
You know what I mean? And so
You real
So,
good.
all right now.
You good.
moving on, but yeah, I don't have that. So that's where that's what I have to work on. Like, okay, like this is actually normal for parents
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah.
this invested and this involved. And so like I try not to get, offended
Right.
at certain things. And like I said, that's just for me, like having to fight and work for everything,
Right.
that I have, and for people to take, me seriously. I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm not good enough for your daughter. What?
Yep.
I've been grinding, like,
Yeah.
I got every,
I got
like,
shit going for me, yeah.
right, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, what else do I do to be good
You
enough?
should be proud. You
Right.
told y'all about
You
me.
should be proud to have me.
Yeah,
I'm a Leo. What?
Girl.
I'm a Leo, girl. Didn't you know?
know?
Didn't you know? But,
Yeah.
And that's just something that, I have to get used to and work. And the same thing with our family. Like, I try not to take it. I'm like, it's not personal. They don't even know me.
They don't.
They looking out for her and trying to figure out what she's doing.
Yeah,
what
don't
she's
got nothing to
doing.
do with me.
It don't have
Yeah.
anything to do with me. And
But it's still hurtful on my
Absolutely.
end,
she be crying.
And Chelsea, are you naturally like that, or is this something you kind of built like that? Just kind of like It's almost like you just are understanding of it, and like
I think like that's just how I was raised.
Got you.
My grandma like truly raised my sisters and I to just like love unconditionally, and that means literally unconditional.
Yes, no, yeah,
Like, whatever you've done in that, I mean, it's like I think for me, I'm coming from a space to where like I had to forgive my mother for walking out on us. If I can forgive my mother, like I can forgive your mama for not liking me. You know what I mean? I can forgive your uncle for not accepting us. Like I'm on a different level,
absolutely
of forgiveness, and that's just how I was brought up, and that's just kind of how my family is. Is like they love unconditionally, whether or not they agree with it or not, whether or not they go to church every Sunday or whatever. They're like, hey man, as people, as Christians, like we love unconditionally. So whatever you're doing, like we support you, we love you. Like whatever we can do to support y'all, like even when they hang up, they're like, "Hey, I love y'all. Like we love y'all. Like you know what I mean." And it's that's just so. When I go out in public, like I'm like, "Dang man, you done some messed up shit, but I love you.
Yeah,
like I love you. Here it is. Like we can hug it out when you ready. Like, I don't have to get ready. I stay ready. So I don't have to get ready. I'm here for you. I love you. Whatever I can do. Just let me know. Like her uncle and aunt come around, I'll be hugging them when they come out, when they're ready. Probably not, but you know what I mean?
Damn, Chelsea, you are,
I'm just
open arms, open.
Just come here.
I just hold
bring it
grudges
in.
like a mug.
Well, and it's different for me because I haven't been in this space, but for like, a little over a year and everything like that. So I'm offended when people see us.
I gotta
and
calm
like,
it down. I'm like, it's all right.
And
I'm like, what
All right,
did
little buddy.
Why didn't they hug us? And why did they hug the boys and not us and tell us bye? Like literally, we'll be just like overlooked at times. And I'm just like with my family, and I'm like, you're the pastor.
I'm like, I'm still eating my food. I'm like, shit, I don't even know.
And it makes me sad because I'm just like, I'm used to being treated like the princess in my family.
Especially because it's your family too. Like you want your family to be.
And I know how they usually are. Sometimes it could be like, oh, well, people don't just hug all the time in families, but I'm like, my family is very touchy. Like everybody hugs, everybody gives kisses. It's really big, happy family, and I'm like, yes, I see the difference. Us being around and us not being like spoken to or like, just acknowledged when they're leaving. And, she was just like, that's what happens. These people are just seeing us for the first time in flesh and they're just like trying to figure it out, trying to like understand it. And I've had to kind of come to grips with that. Like, okay, these are my family members that are really just trying to figure it out, and they're not going to get it right every time, and I need to give them grace like I want them to give me grace.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's hard.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah,
these lesbian levels is you gotta work.
Yeah, you gotta climb up there.
You gotta get. And too, another thing I think that her family is kind of having a hard time with it. There are 2 boys. I
was just about to say that.
I
was gonna ask
and so they think that my mom was like, I have to be okay with the fact that Ethan might bring out a boyfriend. I said, girl, he is not gay. I said, he is fine.
I said, if he is, he gonna bring him to us first.
Right. And I'm
like,
I said, and that would be just society. I mean, that's just what would be with what he wanted to do. I said, you guys were straight. my entire life.
Yeah.
And look at me.
Yeah.
I am gay as gay can get.
Out here gay.
Yeah.
You're super gay.
With straight parents.
With straight, and I said, and that's how it happens. I said it
With
doesn't
a straight
matter.
family.
I said it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what your parents are. However you
It's
are,
not
is
like
how
genetic.
You are.
You know what I mean? Like, well,
she was like, "Well, they see you guys." I said, "You don't know what they see us doing because we are
We
very
just
modest
sitting
in
there
our
kissing.
relationship." I said, "We are not."
somebody
And
kissing
this
them.
y'all, yeah.
Like, we're just in here.
I
just,
said we show
I'm
love,
just
but
tonguing her down in front of the kids.
oh my god, do you think we have morals or not?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just be
Like,
out here just kissing every single
and I'm
second.
like, no, we show love to each other and we show love to them, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like we're not like, oh, hello, like
Yeah.
hello, I've missed you.
Because
honey.
I would be like, girl, back up.
right. That's
And
just
I'm
natural.
like,
Yeah,
no,
natural to
we
y'all.
I'm
Yeah.
out.
We aren't like that, but they know that there's love in their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and that's all that they need. And I told my
Mhm.
mom, I said, would you much rather them have all this love in their house or have a man verbally abusing and bringing alcohol and stuff into their lives and scaring them all the time?
Mm.
I said, because that's the latter. Like, that's the other instance.
Mm.
So it doesn't matter
Yeah.
if she's a girl, we're both girls, whatever. And, you know, my oldest son, he was like, Grammy, I have two mommies. And I was just like, he understands it, but he knows he has a girlfriend in school. You know, I just found
Yeah.
out he had a girlfriend. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Black love.
speaking of Black Love, he needs to be on this
y'all
goddamn
silly.
podcast.
They need to be
Oh,
on.
see.
They need to be on next week.
No,
Okay,
so was
she
it any
fine.
like? I mean, it's just been a little over a year now, or around a year. So like, was there ever any like reservations, like moving forward with the kids? You know, because it's like you have two kids, and then
think-
especially for you,
Yeah.
it's like, is there any reservations? Because that's a lot. Like,
to take in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Three
I mean,
people.
for me, you know, I'm just kicking it. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, just truly just two dogs and just
Yeah.
doing what
yeah.
I want in my space, and it's not a big space.
yeah.
You know, in Anadarko, you know, where people know me, I know them, I'm out in the community, I do what I want. You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
have my space. I come home whenever I want. But like the deciding factor for me was just like seeing her unhappy. And you know, when you're unhappy with your living situation, like our relationship can't move forward. So I'm like, you're miserable, and that's the last thing that you need to be is miserable. You don't have to be. Like, you know, something that you have a choice. It doesn't matter what we do. Like in life, we have choices. I don't care what anybody says. Everything's a choice. Your living situation is a choice. You can either get out of it or stay.
Yeah.
You figure it out. And so, you know, it was just one of these things that, you know, that happened. And she was like, I was like, you're not happy. Like, and it's making me miserable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You're
It's
energy,
contagious.
right. You disturbing my peace now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, why don't you just, you know what? Just move to Anadarko. And she was like, huh? To
Yeah.
where?
Right.
And
Right.
How,
you been?
how long had y'all been talking at this point?
It was about probably 10 months.
We just moved in together.
Yeah,
about a month
Yeah,
ago.
about a month ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotcha,
so
gotcha,
it wasn't
gotcha.
like you hauling it. We
Yeah, it
really
wasn't like
tried
2 months
not to
in. Like
do
we
that.
just moved in together.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
we really
Gotcha.
tried to like stick the stigma of like lesbian relationships and you hauling in 2 months and stuff. We were like, no, we are not doing that.
Yeah.
We will not be U-Haul.
No, we won't.
But we did get a U-Haul and
We-
pack her up. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And my biggest thing was like, you know, you want to provide some type of stability, you know, for the boys. So if we're gonna do this, we got to do it now before school starts.
Yeah.
They deserve to be in one place, and they don't
Yeah,
need to move
not hopping
and
schools,
do all
yeah.
these things. So, I was thinking that way. I was like, so if you're gonna do it, you need to do it this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Whoa,
You know what I mean? Because
okay,
school
yeah.
started
The next week.
the next week. I was like,
yeah.
here's the number to the principal to get him enrolled.
I did
How old are your boys?
7 and 3.5. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it was like, I'll pull some strings. Just
We got the strings pulled.
let me handle it. You just call.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the rest. And then I got Anadarko. You just worry about
Yeah.
telling your mom you're gonna move and you get here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we did. First, she was like, I don't have that much stuff. We can use Uncle Carl's truck. So I'm like, okay,
Okay.
bet.
Girl.
Had so much
You
stuff.
wasting my time.
We needed a U-Haul.
We had to go get a U-Haul.
We almost needed like a full-size
Almost needed
family.
a 2 U-Haul.
Yeah.
So she loaded it down.
And this is going into my little 2-bedroom
Yeah.
little spot in Anadarko. Like,
It's a house. It's good though.
Right.
It's good.
I mean, and so that's what we did.
Mhm.
I mean, nobody helped us, unload our stuff. Just
It's
throwing
just y'all
stuff off the
Yeah.
back of the truck, and just making it happen in just a few hours, and
Wow.
and just still having to deal with the back. I mean, we painted the extra room I
The
had,
boys' room.
Aw.
Yeah.
and that's we picked Ethan up, from his dad's house. And he was like, I got a room, because he would come with her on the
Aw.
weekends, sometime when she would come see
Sometimes,
me, and he'd
Yeah.
just be chilling on the couch. Like, I asked him, I was like, buddy, what do you want? And he's like, I want a room with 7 basketball goals, 8 plants, a TV, and a PlayStation.
We got all that for him,
Aw.
except for all those
That's
basketball
what
goals.
I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
Bet, okay.
We
And
can
so
do it. We can provide it.
we got it. And so I mean that's what we did.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I mean they're thriving, little
They're
dude
very
Junie.
happy.
I mean they're kicking it.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah.
you want to move? Do you want to go back to Edmond? You let me know. We can figure it out. And he's like,
Quit. His voice is not as high as Mickey Mouse.
It said somewhere in the middle.
he said somewhere in the middle. So I'm like, you want to move to Blanchard? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Point it out on the map. for
Right,
me.
right,
You
right.
going? I don't know.
You stupid.
I don't know, north, east, southwest.
Yeah.
He's super smart, so he could
Yeah,
probably
he's
tell me
very
Yeah,
the
smart.
exact location
Yeah.
in the middle and where it is in
Yeah.
coordinates with the other planets. He could probably tell me that.
Oh, he's
Like-
smart.
No, he's very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made him a solar system for Halloween, and his brother a rocket ship.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah, that's
and he
how-
was
I
like,
the
"Mommy, Pluto is not that big. We need to make it so." I
Oh,
said, "Now, goddamn."
that's a cute smart. Yeah.
I said, "Now listen, I did all I could with
Right.
these."
No, it's
balls.
cute until you
Oh,
got a
yeah.
few degrees and you wrong about something.
Right, and you like, damn.
I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I don't know. I don't know nothing about
He's like,
Uranus.
no, this.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't name the planet Earth.
Yeah.
That's all I
But
care
yeah.
about.
Right.
I mean, the sun is right there, and this Earth is all I
Yeah,
care about.
yeah.
I'll
No,
give
he
it
does.
a-
He wants you to know that.
Yeah.
So he know the whole solar system.
Oh,
Everything.
inside out.
Yeah.
But she gotta
Everything.
watch. She gotta monitor what he's watching on YouTube. Because the next thing I know, he getting
Oh.
sad. He's talking about something's crashing into us.
Yeah.
there's
I guess if
There's
you
an
into that,
asteroid.
yeah,
He
if you
said
into
there's
that
an
realm,
asteroid.
you're
I
gonna
said,
get
oh no.
the Earth is only gonna last until like 18.
I know. And I'm like, I said, it's just an opinion. It's just an opinion.
I'm like, oh.
I said, it's not real. We're going to live
And
forever.
I don't know, so I'm like, is
Is
it?
Yeah.
Well, shit. What can we do about it, son?
Let me make arrangements.
Getting advice from him and shit.
Right, let
Oh
me,
my God.
So what
stop.
do
we
we
need
do?
to buy canned food.
Yeah.
Like, how can we prepare for this?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, just and the funny part about it is, the baby, he kind of looks like me.
He does. It's the
She said,
weirdest
"That's my
thing.
I'm
It
like-
is. I said, did we make a baby?
I be looking at him weird.
I be like, Junie?
Like, Papa?
That's a true ass story.
Y'all lying.
He used to call her Dad.
I was like,
I said, she's a girl.
I was like, that's cool. I mean, whatever you want to call me. I'm
Dad.
Aw.
Come here then. Pick him up. But now I'm
That's
just
funny.
like,
Now he calls her C, but
Aw.
yeah, he looks very similar to Chelsea, and
It's
it's
odd.
very odd because
we're gonna have to show y'all when we get
I'm,
off
Yes.
camera.
yeah, no, I'm gonna have to show them down because they're gonna be like, that is Chelsea's
What a
baby.
resemblance. Yeah.
Hold
yeah.
on, what picture?
I don't. I mean, it's really crazy because we
It's
were like,
really-
damn,
That's your baby.
Yeah, how did
y'all-
that
I'm like,
happen?
how did
Yeah.
y'all
I
make
know that baby didn't come from me.
It came from me, but
Good
it was
plan.
her.
Like,
Quit
yeah.
playing, y'all silly. But I'm just like, you know,
You see it too, though. Like, you like, yeah.
I'm like, ooh, shit. I don't know. This is our.
No, that's
the
not
If y'all was
world
out in
is-
public, they probably
That-
think that was all you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fate
no,
is
really.
really weird
Truly.
because
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
it's
like, we
like,
look like a blended family out here.
and I'm like, these are my babies.
Right,
I
right.
pushed them both
I
out.
don't have nothing to do
Hard
with that.
labor. Okay.
I've just been kicking it with my 2 dogs. Like, I don't even know. Like,
So how has it been living together? While she find a picture?
That's him. Okay. Smile.
Okay.
Smile.
Y'all do
They
look a
look-
little
Yeah,
similar.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Y'all gotta see it.
They have to. You have to see
together.
them in like real time.
But like
'Cause-
this is, I'm like, this is living together is been an experience and it's been new, but it's a
Mhm.
good experience.
Yeah.
But it
okay.
was hard at first because my mom as we know, she's a helicopter mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so they're together. That's Chelsea Jr. That's why his name is Junie. Yeah.
What was y'all doing?
We just, in a little Halloween costume.
This is too cute.
That's her baby.
We singing a little Drake.
Yeah.
And the
yeah,
crazy
that's like,
thing is he loves her.
Aww.
Like when they met, he was playing they met in the car.
Yeah.
And he was like literally playing like on her back. And she was like, "You just gonna let your son?"
I'm like, girl, he need a whooping.
I said, "No, he doesn't. He's a good boy.
He need a whooping.
He's a
Pulling
good boy.
on my little locks.
I
They
said,
trying
he's
to
a
grow.
good boy playing on your baby locks." Okay.
While they trying to grow, messing them up.
But they love each other and everything like that. But when we moved, my mom, she was just like, whenever you move, like you just move with anybody, blah blah blah. I said, first of all,
then I got offended again.
she got
right?
offended.
I'm like, I'm a
And-
bum again. I
Right,
just gave
she
you
is
my
just
resume.
anybody.
She's
yeah.
a bum
I'm
ass.
just anybody.
Right.
Here we go.
But the only time I had moved out, like I moved back home when I got pregnant. And so I lived with my mom, and she has a big house to where it fit us comfortably.
Yeah.
We were on one side, she's on the other side. Shout out to her and being successful, whatever.
Do your thing, Miss Jerry.
Right. And so I moved out with Junie's dad. And then we got pregnant and stuff like that. And then the only other we got a house and everything like that. The only other time is with her. And she's like, "You move in with anybody." I said, first of all, I moved in with my baby daddy.
Right,
and
one person.
my
Yeah.
fiance. And now I'm moving in with, like, it's not like I'm just hopping in from
Yeah.
everybody's house. Like, we're not bumming it out here. And so that was very offensive. And then Ethan and our pet died the first week we moved.
Oh,
And it
not
was a
Kobe.
guinea. Kobe
What
Alexander
kind of pet was
Hamilton.
it?
He was a guinea pig.
A rodent.
And it was you need to not call him a rodent because he is in the sky.
Yeah, he is. Rest
He
in
was-
peace.
he was
He's in the sky.
He
Kobe's
was a
Alexander
rodent, but
Hamilton.
he was our sweet, like our first pet together. Like I
Okay.
had a dog before I had kids, and she's still alive, Macy. And that's the same name as
That's
her
the same name as my
ex-wife.
ex-wife. His name is Macy.
Oh,
How about that?
I had a dog
So
named
my
Macy.
mom was like, "Oh, y'all ain't gonna do my friend like that. Why y'all call my friend a dog?" I was like, "No, it's the dog's name is Macy."
She was like, "Oh hell."
She's like, "Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
y'all was trying to be ugly to people." And I'm like, no.
But so we were experiencing
Universe
death,
is
and I'm
crazy.
trying to like explain death to him, and that's the first week of school. That's the first week.
Yeah,
we
it's
moved.
a lot. Yeah.
My mom, I'm not
Ooh.
talking to her. Like we yelled the entire time I'm packing up. So I'm emotionally unavailable,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm just like there for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And Chelsea, I think did you feel like it was aimed at you? Like you felt like offended?
Oh yeah.
everything?
I mean, I was
Yeah.
like, they got into a little.
We're not a little. That was a big. That was a
They
big.
got into a situation of just
Yeah.
yelling back and forth, but it was things that I think that they need to get off their chest. I hate that it had to be
Mhm.
like that, and when I'm trapped in the middle, I
Yeah.
could not get out of the room and move.
Well, we
the
moved
dresser.
we moved to the bathroom.
But I'm like, I can't push this heavy dresser by
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, yeah.
I need help.
Yeah.
That was
But
there.
it's just like you again, like parents have the right to want the best for their
Yeah.
kids, and when they don't feel like that, whatever their idea, whatever expectations they have for their kids, they feel like their kid is not living up to that dream. Like my princess walking down the aisle with a Prince Charming, and when
That's
they, they're gonna buy this big giant home together, and they're
Mhm.
gonna have this, and the boys are gonna be in the best schools, and and when shit don't work out that way, then
Yeah.
But do y'all think that parents even have the right to have those
I
expectations on their
don't
kids?
believe that they should, but my mom, if you ask my mom, she says, you're my only daughter, you're my youngest, you're my baby. This is what I want for your life. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not what's happening.
yeah, I think it's I think it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
normal,
I
yeah.
absolutely think it's a normal behavior.
Yeah.
But when those expectations don't happen,
Yeah, don't align.
then you can't be
Yeah.
upset with your kid.
Yeah.
You gotta be upset with yourself for having expectations in the first place.
Yeah.
And you can't live your life setting expectations for other people's
That's
lives.
real,
No
yeah,
matter if
yeah.
it's your kid or whoever, you're always gonna be disappointed.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's just what it
Yep.
is. And like there are people who want their sons to be professional athletes. It's like 1 in a million.
Right.
Yeah.
They are gym
Yeah.
teachers.
You know, They coach, yeah, they coach Pee Wee football. Like,
yeah.
they coaching, you know, baby boy and them on the flag football team. Like, it's just, but you got to be proud of them and have them in their space.
Right.
Wherever they're succeeding at and wherever you got to meet them and love them, you know.
In the middle.
Where they are. You got to meet people where they are, and you can't be upset with your kid because they didn't pull Prince Charming.
I mean, she's a Prince Charming.
I'm charming, but I'm no Prince.
yeah.
But I mean, still, like, dang, cut me some slack. You know what I mean?
Right,
And that's kind of how I felt, and I was like, ooh, I don't think I'm gonna come back over here because I just can't. You know, it's hard for me to overcome that. But I think that we just have to meet her where she is too, love her where she's at too, and we're asking her to, you know, love us where we are. We gotta do the same thing for her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Same thing, unconditional love.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, but there's no buts.
Yeah, adding conditions to it.
There's absolutely no buts. You just gotta. It is what it is, and that's why, like, my heart hurts for those parents who cannot accept their kids being gay.
Yeah.
You know, and that, I mean, I work in the mental health field, and I see it every day, but I'm like, man, like, you know, how blessed are we to still have our parents in our lives?
Yeah.
No matter what, they got some smart shit to say.
Right, they there.
She's still calling. Yeah.
Yeah, checking in, and still, you know, there is still some love there. Some things that need to be worked out, but, you know, there are people who don't have it nearly as good, you know, as we do. Or they're living their life in secrecy, and we're not doing that. We out here just out here doing our thing.
So it was hard when we first moved, I think. It was very hard. I was going through a lot internally, and it kind of put a strain on us. And then, you know, the seasons changed. You were going back to school.
Yeah, I started going back to school. Yeah. I got promoted. And I just started really dealing with what I was doing, and it was kind of those things where I'm like, you know, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'll put my application in, but I'm young. It's not gonna happen for me. It could,
not yet. Yeah,
maybe I'm just gonna let them see that I'm here.
Yeah.
And the shit happened.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
yeah. Y'all want me?
Right.
Y'all sure?
Me, I'm the one. All right, well, let's do it. And so I was, you know, I was just coming back really from traveling for work and I landed this position, and then the week before school started, them getting in, and then me going from having my space to not.
Yeah. So a lot of change.
And then too, I mean, my dogs, they're used to running and playing and do what they. I mean, I got a German Shepherd and a boxer who stay in the house.
Yeah.
You know, and so my German Shepherd's like, hold up,
what are
they doing here?
People,
Full time.
It's the weekend not over yet.
It's the weekend every day. You know, like, she's not having it. You know, but finally she's just started coming around, and I think finally we're settling in.
Good.
And it feels right. It feels like where we're supposed to be. Like, will we live in Anadarko forever and ever? Probably not. Yeah. And that's the dream I gotta let go of.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta let go. I gotta just let it go.
Yeah.
But like, that is our home right now, and like we might as well enjoy it and make the most of it. And just, I mean, I always tell people, like, living in Anadarko, like, the rent and the rates and things like that are like, you travel out of country like Mexico or something, like, it's like dirt cheap. You know, I was like, we might as well just stack this money and just
and we'll build whenever we want to.
Yeah, I mean,
it's live comfortably.
Yeah, it's may not be the ideal. Like, we know it's not a forever spot.
Right.
You know, but at the same time, it's like, do we want, just because we can afford to pay a few $1,000s in rent, do we want to do that?
No, we don't.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
No.
Be financially responsible.
Like, why would we?
Right.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I like to buy stupid stuff, like, bought a motorcycle. Like, why did I do that? I don't know. But I did.
Big purchase, You know,
and so here we are, just, like, having fun and, like, living our life and material things like that.
Yeah.
But they used to matter to me. That's what I used to be about. That was all I was about. I had no substance, just like, just material things. So I thought I was, you know, basically a poor kid coming from Anadarko. And then, like, I'm trying to flex, like, show my people, like, oh, I made it. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But now it's like, man, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care anymore. And, like, that's, you know, and that was something I was afraid of. It was like, hey, like, where are you coming from to live here? Like, I know you just visit, you know, on the weekends, but, like, when you live here, like, you live here.
Yeah.
You know, there's no Target. There's no
Target. Jesus Lord.
Walmart is not open 24
That
hours.
was
Like
my biggest.
there's no Uber Eats.
Yeah.
You know, we got 6 restaurants in Anadarko.
And
You
then
know,
mom and pops.
right? And man, we got
I mean,
McDonald's,
we got McDonald's.
and Brahms. I
Okay,
can name them
Brahms.
all.
Staples.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you know
Not
just the
even
basic.
Staples, Jeremy. Not even
Not
the
not
Staples.
no we
Not
we-
even Taco Bell
Oh,
or Chick-fil-A.
No.
we're
Taco
getting a Taco Bell.
Okay.
It's
Talk of
coming-
the town.
it's-
How
yeah,
how
it's-
far is the Taco Bell? The closest Taco Bell?
Oh, to us right now,
Chicken Shack.
probably like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
not
Ethan
terrible,
and
but
my
I ain't
not.
driving that for Taco Bell.
And my oldest
No.
loves Taco Bell.
Mm.
Like that is, he's like, me burrito, no onion, and a Baja Blast. Like he knows his
know his
order
order,
with a
yeah.
cinnamon twist.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he knows his order, so he's like, "Mommy, can we try?" Like I'll pick him up for school. He's like, "Mommy, can we drive by the Taco Bell to see how the construction is going?" And I
Oh,
said,
so they in the works of literally
No,
building.
he is excited.
Yeah, it's
Like,
literally
that is-
like being built.
"Yeah,
Okay,
he's
coming soon.
excited."
That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is not much. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so I had to like I know I asked you to make a decision in 24 hours,
Yeah.
but like you get it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a change of pace. Like everything is really, really slow in Anadarko.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And has it been? How has it been for you, Taylor?
It's been an adjustment,
Yeah.
but I've appreciated it. I
Okay.
feel as though moving was already big in itself.
Yeah.
And like having that strain with my mom, we're back on track. We're like a roller coaster.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, right now we are leveling out, but you know, I needed a place where I could be like, okay, life isn't too fast.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
I can just kind of be here
Mhm.
and just settle in and just kind of take life in for
Yeah.
a little bit. And I don't feel like I'd been able to do that. I'd just been working. I had moved, like my life had been turned upside down
Mhm.
and I needed a time to just be like, okay,
Mhm.
let me breathe for just a
Yeah.
second. And I think that's what Anadarko is for me
Mm-hmm.
and for the boys, and they love it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Ethan and Junie love being there, and I'm just like small town community.
Yeah.
I think that's what we needed.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
in this
yeah.
time in our lives and
For
everything
this
like
season,
that. And you know, however long this season is for us living
You're
there,
right.
I'm not gonna put a time on it.
Yep.
It's just that's where we are. As long as we're all together is
Mhm.
what matters most to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do y'all have any advice for any couples that are going through some of the same things that y'all went through? Whether anything. It's a lot that y'all
Yeah,
mentioned.
you
so,
mentioned a lot. So any
Yeah,
advice?
yeah,
for
any
you?
advice? Yeah.
What do you think, baby?
Man, I think the biggest thing that best advice, I don't know if it's the best I have, is just like live authentically in your truth. Whatever
Yes.
your truth is, then just live
Just
it.
live it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
and that's really it. Because once you start living in your truth, everything else falls into place.
It does.
Your relationships, your work life, everything.
Yeah.
Fitness, whatever you want, whatever your truth is, and you live in it, it's easy from there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as long as you struggling and battling
It's not gonna
that-
work.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fighting your truth, like you might as well quit fighting. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. It's nothing's gonna work. You're just gonna be fighting against yourself, and like I think a lot of times, like in our relationships, and in it doesn't matter whether it's with your partner or whoever it's with, same sex or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're your biggest critic, your biggest
Yeah.
enemy, your
Yes,
biggest
hell yeah.
whatever. Like it's you. Like you look in the mirror, like that's who you got to battle with. It's not with your partner. It's not with your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's not with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. And like once you conquer you, shit, everything else is
Yeah.
golden.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
Period.
Oh
Just
my
like-
goodness.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say
Just
that.
like that.
Yeah. Okay, Taylor, you got anything you want to add to that?
No, I mean, you know, I just put out a blog that's
Ooh.
authentically Taylor, and she said the exact words. I put out 5 ways to stay authentic in all seasons.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you know,
We gonna
it
link
was
that.
it was one of those things where I was just like, I needed to live authentically.
Mm-hmm.
To be the best version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm just piggybacking off of her. It's just,
Yeah.
you have to live in your truth. You have to live out loud. Doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, you know,
Whatever your truth
asexual,
is, yeah.
whatever you want to be, just be it.
Yeah.
And just live your life. Everything will fall into place. Your family will oblige. I mean, everything will fall into place.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm still dealing with my family coming to terms with everything, but you are happy within yourself.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Like it's your life to
Yeah.
live.
Yeah,
So
that's why I
you
tell
live
people,
that.
like, I don't care what your pronouns are, who you
Yeah.
identify as long as you can identify with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, hey, whatever, as long as you got that down,
you're good. You're golden.
Yeah.
you golden, my friend.
So, I mean, shoot, that was some, really good advice. Your story was,
I
didn't
loved
even
it,
know what
yeah.
to expect, really, but it was actually pretty good. Like I said, it was just this year that y'all been going through. Y'all just had to do a lot, conquer a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all both been going through it. Like you said, just from the move to
A lot
you
of
coming out to your
change,
family,
yeah.
or to having a partner that can kind of be there for you, that kind of
Mhm.
understands the process. Like, it's kind of cool that you had somebody that already knew, like, what was about to happen. So, like,
Mhm.
She's
as the
OG.
storm was coming,
OG,
she's like, hey, it's gonna come, so
Yeah,
just get
yeah,
ready. Like, and when
yeah.
it was coming, she's like, I
Yes.
told you it was coming, and
Mhm.
so that's pretty cool that you've been able to work through it. Again, like you said, y'all got your family, at least y'all family at the very minimum is talking to y'all or whatever, and I think that's a beautiful thing. So I was just like, man, like, y'all rocking or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, y'all like chemistry, like this, like love.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Feel
man,
that?
y'all like,
But ever
y'all
since
like
y'all-
all
This
up on
couch,
each other.
though.
No,
It's
no.
the
Yeah,
building
y'all
couch.
Y'all
like,
walked
It's
in
the
the
building.
door. When y'all walked in the
Okay.
door.
It's the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah, when they walked in the door, you could just kind of feel the chemistry. It was some nerves in there, I think, for all of us, because we
Yeah.
hadn't shot a couple here yet. So this
This
would
is
be
our
our
first
first
one.
one that we shot in the studio. But then also them, coming on. So
Yeah.
there was some nerves in the building, but I think we all quickly warmed up. And I just want to say thank y'all for sharing y'all story. And Taylor for reaching out. When you reached out to me, I know kind of behind the scenes, Jeremy and I wanted, Regina and Melinda, which is my best friend, and her fiance to be on, but we had never publicly talked about how inclusive love is. And so we never wanted anybody to think like, oh, this is only for, same or not same sex, but opposite sex couples, because
Yeah.
like,
or just people that think like us.
or people who think
Yeah.
like this, because like Taylor said, love is love is love is love. And I remember hitting her up like, the only requirement to be on Ulta Black Love is to be black. Like,
That is native, okay?
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Y'all
You,
make it.
you can have your
Yeah.
card, but come on,
Man.
you
You
gotta
10,
have.
you 10.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
10,
yeah. She got locks, all of that. But no,
The
seriously,
brown paper bag.
but no,
Did
but
I
for
make
real
it?
though.
I'm glad I could make the cut for y'all.
Stop. But no, seriously, we want to share Black love stories, and Black love stories look different from couple to couple, as y'all have seen throughout all of the episodes we recorded. But also now y'all see like Black love can look like two women, two men, whatever it is, and we want to share those stories. So if you have a love story and you have been hesitant to share, whether it's been a story that is not quite the same as the ones we have showcased, definitely hit us up and let us know. We are open to anybody. As y'all can see, we love learning about love, and we learn things from all couples. So shit, we're just super excited, and I'm just super grateful for y'all being on and sharing y'all story with us.
Thank y'all for having us.
No, of course, and
Okay.
I'm sorry again about the wine. I meant to
Girl,
ask
I got a little.
Clearly,
Yeah.
clearly
She like,
it
okay.
wasn't bad.
She kind of found her.
it.
She was like, okay, I'm with it.
Yeah,
she just had
Although you guys put there's a little part in here that's not right. So
I gave you mine. I'm sorry. Is that the one with the little
Oh, so you knew about
No,
it.
I did, because it was one with the we're gonna cut this or no, we can leave it on.
Oh,
It
so
was one with the
Cork in it.
No,
No, with some of the little metal.
Yeah, the lid. Or
She tried
Now
to.
that's crazy, because on our first date, she had some metal on her drink, and I
She
told her
did.
about it.
It was a bottle. A beer
Well, see, I
bottle
did it on
cap.
purpose.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
didn't.
do.
Try to
It's
kill me.
destiny. It's
I
destiny.
definitely
do.
goddamn
We
no,
come-
that's
we-
my
we
bad.
come full
Full circle back in this
Yeah,
bit.
shit,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
with it. Y'all, universe works in
Y'all
mysterious
don't
ways.
even know.
Mysterious ways. But
Yeah.
again, thank y'all so much for being on. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
all of our listeners. Make sure you go to the website and check out our merch. Like I said, by the time this airs, we will definitely have some new merch up, so be sure to check it out. Also, make sure you're following us on all social media platforms. That's at Ode to Black Love on TikTok and Instagram, and then Ode to Black Love Podcast on YouTube and Facebook. Anything else, baby?
No, I think we good. We have a good time tonight.
Yeah, anything else from y'all?
No, that's it.
That's
Thank you
it
for
for
the
us.
opportunity.
Yeah, we're super appreciative. Like, there's not too many people ask us to share our story.
Yeah.
So we appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have y'all back because y'all had the laughs. But
Yeah.
y'all had us rolling for sure. But if we ain't got nothing, damn, I can't stop talking. If we ain't got nothing else, we'll go ahead and let that ride.